All right, folks, welcome to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. This is Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. We got a lot of things to talk about today. So they call me the Lone Ranger. Why? Because I arrange mortgage loans. I help people when it comes to the home buying process or refinancing process. So whether you're looking to buy a home today, refinance today, doesn't really matter. This show can still be all about you and can help you make money, save money, and take advantage of situations in the housing market right now. So we're going to dive right on into it. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly in the market, and more importantly, where the opportunities lie. So we're gonna really dig deep into that. So the market right now. I mean, it's been flatter than a love bug on your windshield. But interest rates are starting to dip, and they're dipping nicely. Matter of fact, we've seen some great movements in the market, not huge. I'm not one of these guys that go, the interest rates are falling or they're diving quickly. They're not. They're coming down a little bit, but I expect them to continue to come down a little bit. Right now, your average 30-year fixed, according to Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, is 6.58%. So there's your average rate across the country. However, I tell you what, I locked a couple of veterans in this week at 5.625. Now, that's not a quote, because when I do quotes, legally, you got to give APRs and cost and all that. So this is not a quote. I'm just telling you what I did for somebody else. If you're in great shape, you're a veteran, you should definitely talk to me. Then later in the show, we'll want to talk a little bit about who should refinance right now. So we're going to cover that. Who should not refinance right now? And then I want to really cover some current market conditions, because even though the Fed is expected to cut the Fed rate on the 17th, what's going to happen to interest rates? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to interest rates. You just got to stay tuned. And then we're going to talk about other market conditions, like housing market conditions, days on the market, things of that nature, because the days on the market for sellers right now have increased. So I want to talk about how that can affect the seller, but how it can also impact the buyer. So you won't want to leave. So don't turn the channel. Don't go anywhere. Don't even go to the bathroom. Wait for my break. Then you can go to the bathroom. All right. So then I also want to cover a few things that are really important that I think are things that we need to really cover. And some of them may be for down payment assistance. We're going to talk about hometown heroes, and we're going to talk about who is making money in the market as an investor and why are they doing it? Why are investors so big on the market right now? And then when it comes to refinancing, I want to talk about the difference between a cash out refinance versus a rate and term refinance. These are terms that you're going to want to know. If you're a real estate agent and you're not using my services, I'm going to tell you something. I will definitely help your business. I will help you increase your volume. I will close loans faster. Your clients will be happier. And I am so reachable. I've got an entire team of people that help me, but I'm involved with every single transaction that goes through my branch. My name's Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Lone Ranger. 407 706 3313. That's 407 706 3313. Or all my friends down in Tampa Bay at 813 213 4009. Write that number down, folks. 813 213 4009. Or go to WeBringYouHome.com. Get your application started right there. WeBringYouHome.com. All right. So let's get right into business. So we've seen a little bit of a decline in interest rates. I think that's a positive thing. They're trending in that direction. They're not crashing. They're not falling. And if we look at housing prices, actually went down month after month by 0.4%, but they're up year after year by 0.7%. So we've seen an increase in the overall market, but they're down right now. So that means sellers are longer on the market, days on market are longer. So that puts sellers in a position where they're going to have to get aggressive to attract you as a buyer, and they're doing it. They're paying closing costs, they're making repairs, they're paying for buy downs. There's all kinds of things that sellers are doing right now. If you are considering putting your home on the market, or you're considering entering the market as a buyer, I want to offer my services. Now, I'm not a real estate agent, but I work with the best of the best. Most of you do not pick great real estate agents. You know why? Because you don't know what a really good real estate agent is. You pick the people that you know, that you like, and that you trust. And that's important. But the fact of the matter is when it comes to your greatest investment, that would be like me saying, I got a great financial advisor. It doesn't really make me that much money in the market, but boy, are they a nice person. I really like them a lot. You wouldn't say that. Even if you had somewhat of a, I don't know, a dry person that was working your investments, somebody that didn't have a great personality, but they're popping out some money for you. You're making 11 to 20% year after year. You'd go, I can put up with this person because they make me a lot of money. I know the best of the real estate agents. I don't connect my clients with people that aren't going to help them. I connect you with the best realtor in the area that you want to buy or sell in. Now, that real estate agent does not pay me for that referral, not one red cent. I can promise you, not one penny goes in my pocket. But it does go in your pocket because I require that real estate agent to give you up to 25% of their commission back in your pocket. Now, is that worth it? I think it's worth it. I really do. So you get a great real estate agent. They're accountable to me. They're accountable to you. They were handpicked by me. They don't pay me for that referral. You can't get on my list if you're a realtor. The only way to get on my list is for you and I to do business together. We do business together, and I love the way you perform for my clients. Then I'll refer you people. But you got to be able to perform. And listen, I know a ton of top producing real estate agents out there. They put big numbers up on the board, but I wouldn't refer them because they're pompous, they're arrogant, they think they're better than everybody else. And all they do is pop out numbers by putting signs in the yard and hoping a good real estate agent comes by with a buyer. I'm not going to connect you with those people. I'm going to connect you with people that are going to get you the most. That's my job. Call me about the Lone Ranger Real Estate Rebate Program, and I'll connect you with a great real estate agent in your neck of the woods, whether it's Tampa, Jacksonville, could be St. Augustine, Key West. It doesn't matter. I got real estate agents all over the state and even all over the country that I've used before. So, and that I like and trust, and I enjoy working with them, and I think they do a good job for you. So, call me at 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009 or WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. So rates have been drifting a little bit lower. I'm seeing some improvement. I think that VA and FHA rates are much better. And there is a benefit to an FHA and a VA loan, particularly in this market, because if say you're a buyer and you only want to put down 5% or less down, the seller on a conventional loan can only pay a maximum toward your closing costs of 3%. Where if you put 10% down on a conventional loan, they can pay up to 6%. But on an FHA and VA loan, even if you put down 3.5% on an FHA or 0 on a VA loan, they can still pay up to 6%. So at one of my realtors, I referred a client to, told him, I said, this client is scraping together their down payment. They need all their closing costs paid, and they want to see if I can get them a rate buy down. I put them with a great realtor. The realtor got them all the closing costs paid, 6% toward the closing costs, gave them any difference that the seller didn't cover up to allowable amount. The realtor rebated back to the client. We got all the closing costs paid, and we did a 2-1 buy down where the client's rate started in the mid 4s for the first year, then went to then it goes to the mid 5s, then it goes to the mid 6s. Incredible. So we combined a temporary buy down and a permanent buy down all together. And I'm going to tell you something. This client was happy as a pigeon. I'm telling you, they were super stoked about it. And I was too, because I get excited when I see that kind of thing. Allow me the opportunity to help you and your family. Hire me. I promise you, if you hire me to do the job, you will not be disappointed. I'm engaging. I am excited. I love to see you make money. When you're doing well in real estate, I'm probably happier than you are. I really am, because I like to see that. I have students that I've taught in my classes, in my leapfrog classes, on how to invest in real estate, that have literally, I've got one student right now. They've got like $10 million in real estate right now. $10 million. And they've only been working on it for 5 years. It's absolutely insane. So can I take you to that point? Can you retire comfortably with your 401k that you have? Because you think about that. How much do you make? Let's just say you have a family and each of you make, say, $65,000 a year. So about $120, $130 a year, right? So in order for you to make $130,000 a year and just invest in the market, you would need to have about, I don't know, $2.5 million in your 401k to be able to maintain. Now, that's not assuming we're going to continue to have any inflation, and that's unrealistic. Inflation's going to happen no matter what over a period of time. Prices go up. So are you prepared? So what I did is, I'm not going to get a pension. I'm in the mortgage business. Nobody giving me a pension. And Social Security isn't going to pay my gas bill. So I needed to know that I could live the lifestyle that I wanted to live. How could I do it? I invested in real estate. That real estate, I'll show you how to gain 5 properties, minimum 5 properties, and we'll have them all paid off in 20 years. Now, in 20 years from now, according to averages, properties double every 10 years. You got 5 properties right now. In 20 years from now, they should be double, triple, or quadruple the value that they are right now, if they continue to go on the pace that we've gone on in the last 85 years. Now, right now it's soft. So it's like people, when a stock drops, they go, I don't know if I want to buy that stock. It dropped. It could drop more. Yeah, it could drop more, but it's likely more going to go up than it is go down. Real estate's in that same situation, but people are afraid to jump into the market because they're uncertain. But that's your buying opportunity. You know, one of my favorite phrases, I tell you all the time, Warren Buffett, be fearful when others are greedy, but be greedy when others are fearful. People are fearful right now. Now's your opportunity. Jump in the market. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Lone Ranger. 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009. Or go to WeBringYouHome.com, get your application started. You and I will get on the phone. My team will gather your pay stubs and W-2s and all your documents, but I will be on the phone with you. I will consult with each and every client, and we are going to get you into a position to where you're in a place where you're making money. Now, you want to catch this show on my YouTube channel? You can watch this show, see how we perform. I'm in the studio. You can catch up on things that I've missed. If you got a family member that didn't hear the show and you want them to hear the show, go to Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger, or go to my website and there's a direct link on there. My name's Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Lone Ranger. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger Show. We got things to talk about in the market, how to build wealth, and opportunities in the market right now. You will not want to miss this. And we're going to talk about refinances. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.